boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Arsenal against Brentford Carabao Cup action. Games are coming thick and fast at the moment. 3 games in a week, it's that time, it's tiring. But listen, we need to keep the momentum going, we need to keep on winning. It's 5 wins in a row. This is an opportunity to make it 6. It's not going to be easy though, because Brentford, they're doing alright this season and they're going to come to this game with nothing to lose. They're bringing about 9,000 fans as well, so we might actually have an atmosphere at the Emirates, but it's going to be a really good occasion. I like these kind of games when, you know, lower league sides, they get the chance to come to the Emirates. It's one of the only opportunities they ever get, and they make the most of it, not just off the pitch but on the pitch. So yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. The team selection is going to be very interesting. I actually think that it will be a lot more youngsters in comparison to the Europa League game. But at the same time, I do also think Emery may well keep it quite strong, or he will at least have certain players on the bench just in case things are not going right, because what you don't want is to be embarrassed. You don't want to, you know, maybe halt the winning run and the momentum and the good feeling around the club by losing to Brentford. With all due respect to them, we should not be losing to Brentford. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, the team selection, and it's going to be interesting to see how some of the youngsters or the fringe players who do play deal with the occasion and the situation, because like I said, it's going to be difficult. And Brentford, they'll come into the game with no fear whatsoever, and if some of our players are not quite on it, not quite ready, and obviously not sharp because of lack of game time, they'll get found out big time. So interesting, that's for sure, but I do believe we will have enough to win this game. So with that said, we're going to get into the predicted 1 to 11, and this is what I'm going to predict the lineup to be, not what I want it to be. So yeah, starting off in goal, it's going to be Leno. Another chance to see him. Cech was amazing in goal against Everton. And right now, Leno, he's going to have to bide his time, and he's going to have to play in games like the Carabao Cup, like the Europa League, until he's got his chance in the Premier League. And that's going to come around, you know, either Cech has some really poor performances or he gets injured, because right now he's not going to play. So it's a good opportunity. Hopefully he will be tested more than he was against Vorskla, and yeah, interesting game. So we're going to start off with him in goal. I'm going to go to the defensive area first of all, right back, and we're going to go with Stephan Lichtsteiner. Again, another opportunity to see him. He's behind Hector Bellerin in the pecking order at the moment, and these are the games he needs to, you know, show Emery that he should be in contention to start in the Premier League. So Hector's done all right the last few weeks, so, you know, Lichtsteiner's going to have to bide his time as well, and, you know, maybe soon he will get his opportunity again. At the moment, it'll either be down to lack of form or an injury. So yeah, I'm sure he can bide his time. It's a bit of a new thing for him. He's of course captain of Switzerland, and obviously what he did at Juventus and whatnot. So yeah, again, he'll bide his time. He'll be professional about things, and yeah, he'll be a good player to have in the team, especially for this game. So if anyone's not up to certain levels, he'll let them know. In the central defence, first of all, we're going to start off with Rob Holden. Came on against Everton. I thought he played really well. And again, this is the kind of game that he needs, just to get minutes under his belt, keep ticking over, and then wait for his opportunities in the Premier League. His opportunity came the other day because Sokratis was injured. We don't know how his injury, you know, is going to affect him with the league game coming at the weekend. But Rob Holden's there, and ready for, you know, stepping in if needed. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Rob Holden in at centre back. Next to him, I'm going to go with Mustafi. Simple reason, I don't think there's anyone else actually. Koscielny's injured. Obviously Sokratis has been injured, and I don't think he's going to be back for this one, and he wouldn't be risked anyway. Mavropanos, I heard, has still got a bit of a niggling injury, and he's only just coming back from that. So doesn't really give us much option really but to play Mustafi. Now, we've got to be careful because if either one of these gets injured and they're the only, first choice centre-backs that we got for the Premier League, then we might be a little bit stuck. But yeah, for this one, like I said, we're going to go with Mustafi. On the left-hand side, we're going to go with Nacho Monreal. Again, it's kind of a decision that I don't really, feel that should be made in terms of him playing. I think he should have a rest, but we haven't got anybody that can go left-back. Maitland-Niles is out injured. Kolasinac has been out injured. He's back in training, I'm hearing, but he won't be ready for this game. So I don't think we've got much choice unless you're drafting one of the youngsters from the under-23s. And, given the fact that they've not really been involved so far, then I can't see that one happening. So I think Nacho Monreal may well play. I'm going to move into the midfield area. And yeah, this is a difficult one now. Last week we said about Torreira playing, but I think he's just so important to us at the moment. I don't actually think that he will play in there. So I'm actually going to start off with Mohamed El Neni. He will do the defensive side of things. I think that he will play in there. And, he just does the job effectively. He goes about his business, doesn't moan, gets on with it. And I think that he will be the one that sits in there and will be the main person that, goes into kind of that role. Alongside him, not really playing defensively, but I'm going to go with Smith Rowe. Now, I know he's more of an attacking player in that sense, but I think he will get the license to roam and do a little bit more. And El Neni will be the one that maybe covers and plays the defensive side of things. But I don't think we've got many other options. I don't think that we can risk the likes of Lucas Torreira. I think he's important to the way that we're playing. And I feel that he will be saved for the game at the weekend because, we've got a game on Saturday and that's a huge game against Watford. So, yeah, I don't think he will be risked with that one. So I'm going to go with Smith Rowe with this one to make his actual debut from the start. So, yeah, it'd be a big test for him if he does start. And I'm looking forward to seeing him if he does. Going to move into kind of the attacking three. First of all, on the left-hand side, I'm going to go with Danny Welbeck. It's obvious that he's going to play. Doesn't get a lot of minutes. Came off the bench against Everton. Comes off the bench most times, not really starting. So these are the kind of games where he will start. Carabao Cup, Europa League. And he can bring some much-needed experience and know-how to the team. And he can run them channels, work the flanks, and do what he has to do. So, yeah, I'm going to start off with Danny Welbeck. Next player we're going to put in there is Alex Iwobi. I think he should have started the game against Everton. He didn't, but for this one, again, I think that he will actually start, most definitely. But it's another chance for him to stake a claim and try and cement a place in the first team. I think he's close. I think he's so improved this season, and you can see it already, but just not quite there yet. But like I said, another chance for him to impress the manager, and hopefully he can do something that gets him in contention for the game at the weekend. Next position is I'm going to go with Guendouzi. Now, I'm putting him in that kind of attacking three, but thinking about it, he would actually swap places with Smith Rowe. So I would actually go with Smith Rowe further forward in that three, and Guendouzi going into that area. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with, Guendouzi. I think he's going to have to bide his time before he gets back into the team regular now. He's still young, he's still learning, he's had a great start to life at Arsenal, and yeah, this is a good opportunity for him to get some minutes and to show us all what he can do. So that's what I'm going to go with, Guendouzi. Up front, as the striker, I'm going to go with Eddie Nketiah. Been scoring goals for fun again this season in the under-23s, and it's a good opportunity for to us to see him. I don't think that we're going to risk the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette. With all due respect to Brentford, not for this game. We're not going to risk them. They're too important. So I actually think it's a good opportunity to give the likes of Eddie Nketiah a chance and let him have a run out there and see what he can do against what will be a tough opposition and some defenders that will get stuck in. So yeah, and like I said, the bench-wise, I feel that's where we may have some players on there. Maybe the likes of Mesut Ozil, maybe the likes of Aubameyang or Lacazette. Players that can come on and change the game if needs be. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Emery does. Be interesting to see what kind of team he sends out there. So yeah, we will wait and see. So that is it for my preview and my predicted lineup. As usual, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. I will be back after the game with the matchday vlog, then the player ratings the following day. And then we got the game against Watford at the weekend. So plenty of content coming up. So yeah, until then, I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.